Here's something that no one ever talks about when it comes to blood pressure, because this dictates whether or not you're going to be on medication. It's the arm position. Here's what we mean. If you take your own blood pressure and your arm is down, just hanging, it could possibly read up to 6 millimeters of mercury higher than what it really is. And if your arm is above your heart level, then it can read up to 20 millimeters of mercury less than what your blood pressure is. The most accurate way to check blood pressure is with the arm at heart level. That's pretty standard, and that should be done all the time. The problem is, and this is something no one has talked about, I haven't seen this on YouTube, if the arm is too low, you get too high of a reading. If the arm is too high, you get a negative reading or a lower number. The biggest issue is if blood pressure can fluctuate that much, up to 26 millimeters of mercury, by just being like this or down, then how accurate is blood pressure reading at all? We're basing an entire diagnosis on a number that is like gospel. And it turns out that just a simple position of the arm can radically change the numbers. Imagine you went to a doctor and they took a blood test and they said, oh my God, we found cancer. And then it turned out that just simply changing your arm a couple inches changed the entire diagnosis. You went from having chemo and radiation to thinking that you're normal. I don't know if this is going to get through to anyone, but this is a major problem when it comes to blood pressure. Again, another example is, imagine that you got on a scale and let's say it said 210 pounds, but then you look down and now it says 190. How can your weight change that much just by a positioning of your head? That doesn't make any sense, and that's a major problem. Ultimately, we need a better solution for checking blood pressure, and there just really isn't. So the variability of the numbers so radically can tell you that there are many mistakes. So does your doctor at his office check your blood pressure with your arm just dangling? How many mistakes are being made and people are being put on blood pressure medications when really they shouldn't? It's a good question. If you would like to learn some other mistakes, watch this video right here. This is a good one because it goes over even more mistakes that may be leading you to an inaccurate number.